So welcome everyone to this week's Walk on Water moment. And I have a beautiful guest with me all the way from Cambridge in New Zealand. And her name is Karen Emanuel. And it's lovely to have Karen here because I know she has a fabulous wow moment to share with us. So welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Geraldine. Wonderful to be with you today. Really nice.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and you're really just across the water, aren't you? So that's
Not
good.
far.
Not far, no. So, Karen, would you like to share with us your wow moment?
Well, I had a recent wonderful wow moment. I killed my car. That was the sad bit. But from there, I had all of these, and it wasn't like one thing. It just sort of kept on and kept on. I had amazing help from some people that stopped on the side of the road, 11 o'clock at night, or 11:30, in the dark, by myself. I rang AA. The lady on the phone was fabulous. The man that came to tow me was awesome. Just before he came, a couple of ladies came by and they said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Look, I'm fine." They said, "You sure you don't want us to wait with you?" No, it's fine. And, just really great. Then my neighbour helped me. She loaned me her car one day so that I could get to work. And the following day she dropped me at work. And my friend who'd broken her ankle rang me and said, "We're coming up and do you want to borrow the car?"
Oh, wow.
And she said, "Yes or no" answer. And I said, "Yes, please, thank you."
Yes.
So that was on the Tuesday. So the car broke down on the Friday, Tuesday. And then I had been looking, because as you have to do, so I was looking online. On the Friday, I went and looked at a couple in Hamilton. And one, I thought, I'm going to buy this car. And then after some communication with a friend of mine, I sort of was having slight reservations, and he said, "Oh, look, I'll come and look at some cars with you." And he's not a mechanical person, but it was just to have another person's input, really.
Yes.
So I had actually organised for this car to have an AA check on the Monday. So Sunday I go into Hamilton, and when the car had first died, I thought, well, surely there's an older person who has a car that they're no longer using, or they've passed away and the family want to sell the car. And then my little add-on thought was, oh, surely someone I know has got one. So I'm driving into Hamilton, and up by on the road that leads out of the town, there's a rest home, and people often park cars up there that they want to sell.
Yes.
And I drive up, and there's the Colonel. So my new car is Colonel Mustard.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you the rest of that story in a minute. And the minute I saw it, I thought, this car I'm going to buy. However, I'd organised all these other things, and I was going to drive other cars. So I write down the details. This car belonged to my 92-year-old mother, who's no longer driving. And although it isn't super new, it's 10 years old, it looked like new. And when I got it, it hadn't clicked over to 55,000 Ks. So very low mileage. And I thought I wouldn't even have to worry about having this car checked. So I carry on to Hamilton, drive the cars with my friend, not absolutely taken with them, but there was one I thought, yeah, this could work for me. So I swapped the AA check from the other car, because I drove that again and it was no, we're not going to use it. Yeah. Swapped the AA check from that one to this other one, and that had to happen on Monday. So on Monday, I got the report back. There were 3 things that were wrong with it. So being so unmechanical myself, I thought, well, I'll just find out how much they are they're going to cost to fix, and then that can be part of my negotiation point. So I went into this negotiation very low, And I was willing to go up about that much, and the guy was willing to go down about that much. And there was like this, it was never going to meet in the middle.
Yes.
So I thought, oh, well, that one's not going to work. And I just didn't feel 100% happy about buying a car, even though it was cheaper than the one I bought. I just didn't feel 100% happy about that. So then I thought, okay, my friend had contacted me, said I need my car on Wednesday because she was moving house on the Thursday.
Yes.
So we're Monday. I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing now? I've still got this name. I hadn't contacted them. So I rang up, went round, and my son was with me. I said, this is Dave and Chris's house, isn't it, Ryan? And he goes, yeah. And I said, maybe they've sold. I was like so not in the zone with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I walk in, and of course it is Dave. It was his mum's car.
Oh.
And it was like, hello. So I took it for a drive. On the way back, it's like, this is the feel of the car that I had envisaged myself driving. And if somebody had said, was it going to be, because it's a Mazda 2, the car, was it going to be a Mazda? I would never have said yes. It would have been another model or something, but it had that feel. So anyway, I come back, chat to Dave, and obviously there's a bit of a difference between what I was going to pay and what the cost of this car was. So I said to him, I'll contact you tomorrow. He said, oh, that's good. And they had put the car up there for people to see for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hours maximum. They hadn't advertised it on Trade Me, which is an online selling group. That all of that hadn't happened. So then I contacted him back and I said, look, I'm interested. Are you negotiable on the price? Are you willing to leave any money in? He said no to the money in. I said, okay, we'll leave it with me. And I then went through the process of getting the finance for the difference.
Yes.
Which was a really, really easy process. It was pretty amazing, actually. Yes. On the Wednesday, I thought, I'm going to take my car back to my friend and catch the bus back here. It's about 45 minutes an hour trip, really close. And at that point, I still had no car. And all of this was going on in the background, as these processes with approvals and what have you. And then I rang Dave up. He said, I'll drop the car off in the morning about 7:30 on my way back from the swimming pool.
I love the way the universe works, Karen.
Isn't it amazing?
Time's moving on here. So what, in all of that, what did you kind of gather from that?
A big thing was don't undersell yourself and not go for the more expensive one.
Yeah.
And you've asked for this, you silly person or good person. Yes. Don't say no, don't have it.
Yeah, well done. That's fantastic, Karen.
So those were huge.
Oh, absolutely. And how often do we do that? How often, and it's really putting ourselves down in lots of ways, or not loving ourselves enough to take what's there in front of us. And there'll always be a way of finding the extra or whatever we have to do. Because you're a working girl, aren't you? So yep. What do you work at, Karen?
So I'm involved with wellness and also abundance and developing and listening to your intuition.
Oh, so you really had to kind of live what you teach, I gather.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Karen, if people want to get in touch with you, because I know you do fabulous work with people, and you know, you're not, we don't have time to go into that right now, but I know you do, and as an intuitive and all the rest, where can people get in touch with you, Karen?
So the best way to contact me is through Facebook, and I'm Karen Emanuel, Cambridge, New Zealand. I don't think there's another Karen Emanuel in Cambridge, and Emanuel is spelt Emanuel. There are many ways to spell it.
Right.
One M and one L.
And look, I'll have all those details anyway, everyone, listeners. It'll be on my show page. And for anyone else who's watching this video, of course, I will have it on my website. So if you want to get in touch with Karen, it's a great way to go. Thank you so much, Karen, for being part of our Walk on Water moments. And wow, that was something.
And thank you. I really appreciate the invitation and the opportunity to share.
Great, Karen. And bye for now, everybody.